Hello, I'm Lynn Parnell of Logistics Partners Consultancy Limited, and we specialise in IT in logistics and the supply chain. And today I just want to talk to you about some of the jargon you may hear if you're looking for new solutions. And this is all around cloud, SaaS, those kind of terms. So cloud computing, put simply, is just computing where we can access the hardware via an internet connection. And that was a big change. So when I started in IT nearly 30 years ago, a lot of the solutions were actually on the site where we operated the application, or the service would be in a data center with a dedicated phone line. Now with cloud solutions, those servers are hosted remotely, and as long as you've got an internet connection and the correct security information, then you can access those solutions. One big benefit is the cost of actually that telecoms infrastructure, but also it means that you can share some of that hardware as well, which means that can reduce capital expenditure costs and even ongoing costs. Within cloud, we've got various types of cloud. So you may have a public cloud. These are services that are operated by companies like Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and lots of other opportunities for these. But they will own the hardware, the operating systems, and you can rent your space basically. If you have a private cloud, then it could be because a company decides they want their own infrastructure. It will still be accessed via the internet. That's what the cloud is, but it's private. It's not shared up with other companies. Within cloud computing, though, you also then, if you're going to have public cloud, then there are different levels again. So the first level is infrastructure as a service, or IaaS. This means that you are renting the hardware from your provider, and they will provide the operating systems and the databases, but you will then go along and install your own software and applications. So you're responsible for the software and applications, but you are renting the hardware infrastructure. Then we come to platform as a service, or PaaS. And that means that as well as renting the hardware, you are also renting the developing tools. A really good example of that is Salesforce, where they have a PaaS option. And this means that you can use their developing tools and create your own apps to use for your customers within Salesforce. You are developing, and the only bit that you're responsible for is then the application that you have created. And lastly, we have SaaS, software as a service. And this means that you will choose a software house, and they will already have chosen a cloud provider. That you won't have to worry about any of the machines, and you won't have to worry about the application itself. You just pay some setup costs, and then you pay a monthly fee to use the application. There are some pros and cons to using software as a service. It's very good from a capital expenditure point of view, and it's very good in the fact that the costs can increase or decrease as your operation increases and decreases. But you will have less control over some of the application. So, for example, upgrades will be done across the board on certain dates and times, which may or may not suit your operation. But you will get it at a much better price. You won't need to worry about upgrades. You won't get behind on the solution. So software as a service is a really good option now for lots of companies looking at IT in logistics. But we need to also be clear that there are some companies where actually a private cloud and dedicated software will still be the best solution for them. Thank you.